Hi, this is Julie at Julie Loses, and thank you for tuning in to another installment of my online video diary. It's Tuesday, June 17th, and I'm super happy to report that I weighed in this morning and was down to 191.6 pounds. 191. So close to the 180s. It's 2.4 pounds down from last week. I think I was 194 last week. So, yeah, I'm back to losing. I'm happy about the scale this week. Yeah, it's been going pretty well. And I'm especially happy because I have a vacation planned, and any extra loss I can get ahead of that is going to be probably good. I realized something today. I realized that as of today, June 17th, I have officially been on the 2020 Lifestyles program now for exactly 9 months. I think this might be like the longest time anyone's ever been on it. That's probably not true, but it just really feels like it's been a really long time. And 9 months, that's how long women carry babies for. So I've essentially, as of today, I've given birth to a healthy new me. And cheesy cliches, but yeah, it's been a long time, and I've gotten a lot of support, and I'm really ready for the program to be over. Not in that I want it to be over, but I feel prepared to continue on the successful path that I've been heading along, and I'm not afraid of falling off the wagon. I'm not afraid of freaking out and going off plan. It's just not something that I'm overly concerned about right now. So I have a lot of exciting things going on right now. It's approaching my birthday. My birthday is June 28th. I happen to share a birthday with another fitness, weight loss oriented blogger named Kelly, so that's exciting. I think she's going to Fit Blogging, which is a fitness and health, weight loss blogger convention happening over in the Georgia area, Savannah maybe. I'm not sure. It's really far away, and it just didn't pan out for me to go to that this year. Maybe I would go next year. We'll see if I'm still doing this. I would like to still be doing this, and I would like to be, slimmer if that's possible. But yeah, I'm not going to that, but I am going to Victoria, Canada, in British Columbia. We live a couple hours away, and it's going to be the first vacation I've gone on in a really long time. I think it's like last time I remember going on any sort of vacation was back, I think, in 2011. So a really long time. But I've kind of been on permanent vacation, really. I mean, I'm not working right now, so every day is vacation for me. Lucky me. To that end, I had I guess it was a first official interview for a position that I think I talked about a couple weeks back. I had met with their HR lead in that first interview that I had. And then this interview was actually with the hiring manager and someone I would be working with, and that was yesterday. I think it went really well. So now I've just got my fingers crossed and hoping that the skills that I have are in line with the skills they're looking for. I think they are, and I really hope that I get it, because this could be a really good opportunity for me. And I would say I'm ready to go back to work. I'm certainly nervous about the idea of incorporating these new strategies into a full-time working schedule. But again, I'm going to go back to that confidence, that not freaking out that I'm feeling at this stage. I really can't imagine going back to the way I was eating before, like I think about what my days were like when I was at my heaviest and I was working and there was just, I was so sedentary. I felt so sick all the time. I was so, anxious and borderline depressed almost all the time and frustrated. And, getting through the workday was hard and the commute was a bummer. And then I would just eat like crap. I would go to the Starbucks drive-thru in the morning and buy a green tea frappuccino and a slice of pumpkin loaf, and that would be breakfast. Or a white chocolate peppermint mocha with whipped cream and a slice of pumpkin loaf, or one of their breakfast, sausage sandwiches. And then I think I'd be doing myself a favor by bringing like a Weight Watchers frozen meal, one of the smart ones, to work. Like the ziti marinara was a favorite back then. And I would eat that, and I would drink soda, and I would, drink Mountain Dew to get through the day to keep my energy up. And I remember driving to if it was going to be a late day, I'd drive over to 7-Eleven and pick up candy bars and a Slurpee, and then drive home and go through some drive-through. Or if I wasn't going to go through the drive-through, I would order a pizza. Or if I had gone to the grocery store, which I only went to the grocery store about once a month on average, I would say. I tried to pass going to the grocery store off on my boyfriend. But when I would go, I would just pick up like frozen pizzas and sour cream and just junk food. I wouldn't make anything. I wasn't eating any real food. I was eating this frozen, prepackaged nonsense or fast food drive-through stuff, and I was having just really, really bad symptoms. I was having stomach pain. I was having indigestion. I was having heartburn, and it was like really crippling stomach issues. I thought I had IBS. Doctor thought I had an ulcer at some point. I ended up in the hospital for a little bit. I think it was directly related to the food I opted to binge on at the time, but I'm in a place where, like, for lunch today, I had come home and I was hungry. I mean, I was like, okay, well, I worked out. I didn't bring a snack with me to the gym, like something to nosh on after that had some protein to recover. So by the time I got home after going to the grocery store, which always, fuels hunger, I was like, I want to eat something. And there was part of me that thought, oh, I set myself up for failure because I didn't grab anything from the Pro Club Bistro before I went. I could have grabbed like some prepackaged meal that they have that's fairly healthy and bring that home with me. But I opted to just figure out something at home, make some chicken and what I did is I took 4 ounces of lean ground turkey breast that was in the refrigerator, uncooked. I measured it out. I added in some peppers that I had frozen, seasoned it up, had that going, got myself a little tortilla wrap, a low-carb tortilla wrap, slathered on some Laughing Cow cheese, and I had like a soft, a ground turkey soft taco with a side of strawberries. And I made that. I spent about 25 minutes making it, and that's not something I had the wherewithal to do before. And now I don't complain too much about it, and I just do it. And it's so much easier that way. I respect the fact that I have a lot more time than other people do have on average right now to make food, but I also have strategies for, having food when I'm busy. I ate the last of my chicken last night. Had I been working today, I would have made more chicken last night. And I bought about $20 worth of chicken breasts, and I'm going to make all of it tonight. I'm going to heat it up in the oven and, put it in a Pyrex and eat that over the next several days. And that's what I'm going to do when I start working full time. I'm just going to start having meals ready so that I can bring things to work with me. And, I think the biggest effort I'll have to make is breakfast in the morning, which, I can probably shorten up. But I like to spend my time now making, scrambled eggs or omelets or something about that. I have a little relaxing breakfast routine. So I'm going to have to work on getting up extra early to make sure I have that, half hour, 45 minutes worth of time to make my food and eat it and enjoy my tea and things like that. So there's a lot of thought process going on right now about how to incorporate these things, how to manage going to the gym, and, making sure I can get home to my dog on time and making sure I can get food stuff taken care of. So there's a lot of, I use the word strategizing right now, but, I've had too much success to not worry about it. I've had too much success to not put the effort into really coming up with a solid strategy. And I know that there will be mess ups. I mean, just going to the interview wore me out yesterday. I got all dressed up, my business attire, went to the interview. I think in an interview situation, you get really kind of amped up, and by the time I got home, took, everything off, I just, I ate lunch and then I took a nap for like 3 hours. And I'm thinking, wow, when I go back to work, that's going to really mess me up for a little bit. I am going to be tired. And there's a possibility that I will make a bad decision, that I will not make a good choice, that I may opt for something easier. And that's going to happen, but I need to just make sure I know that that's not the rule and make sure I prepare myself and make the effort to have things on hand that I can eat that are healthy so that I don't resort to going to drive-through or ordering some sort of takeout or pizza. That just can't happen anymore. I can't even... Eric ordered a pizza several weeks back, and it was so gross. I didn't eat any, but I could smell it, and it just, it grossed me out. So 9 months of this, I wouldn't profess that I'm solid gold or I have all the answers or I've got it totally dialed, but I feel pretty good about it. So, I only have 3 more training sessions left with my trainer. Today was really fun. I had been kind of bored the last couple weeks, and my workouts, I didn't necessarily look forward to them. And within this last week, I think I haven't been terribly active. I kind of did the minimums, but nothing more. But today, she put me on the step mill for 10 minutes. I was just in a really good mood, and then we went and played basketball and had a lot of fun. Just shooting hoops. I mean, it gets my heart rate up. I'm in the 150s if I'm shooting and going and grabbing the ball pretty easily. And we just had a lot of fun. So I'm really sad now that I only have 3 more left. But I'm sure Monday, which is our last appointment on Monday, will be a lot of fun. And then on Tuesday, I have my final blood work draw and assessment, which I'm going to get a body composition DEXA scan and have a couple of evaluations based on, my flexibility and my strength, and then have an appointment with my doctor the week after to just kind of see. And gosh, it would be so awesome to weigh in the 180s, like 189.8. That would be fantastic. I don't think it's going to happen because by the time I weigh in, I've got at least a meal in me, and I'm never my lowest. But, all I can do is do what I've been doing and try to, drink a lot of water and make sure my system's functioning properly and see what happens. I remember when, I was approaching 199, which was my program goal. My trainer asked me, so, you're going to get to 199 and what's your goal after that? And I was like, I don't know, maybe 195. she's like, get to the 180s. And I remember saying, that's not gonna happen. But, God, I'm so close. If I lose the same amount I lost this week, this tells you how bad I am at math. So 2.4, I mean, I would do it if I lost as much as I, lost this week. So let me do the math here. I'm going to go to my computer's thing. So 191.6 minus 189.8. I need to lose 1.8 pounds or greater to get into the 189s. Do you guys think I can do it? I know I can do it. God, I really hope I can do it. I'm not going to go crazy about this. This would more be an amusement factor if I could get down to that number, but yeah, that would be pretty awesome to meet some sort of goal that was kind of set but kind of not, and to be able to hit that is awesome. Let me go back to last week. I had my video. If you haven't already watched it, feel free to. I talked a lot about my sugar intake and how I was kind of partaking a little too much in organic strawberries and True Whip light whipped topping and frozen yogurt. Doing it like every other day. So I really paid attention this week. I tried to not do the True Whip. I think I had it once. I had a single 11-gram serving of True Whip yesterday on some strawberries. And I haven't really gone out for froyo at all. I think I went once last week, but I have been eating sort of frozen yogurt novelty treats. If you have been following my Instagram or my Facebook, you may have seen me post these daily food photos. That's another thing I'm doing. Okay, every day I'm taking photos of everything I eat. Like, I think the only thing I left out was a few grapes I had on Saturday, but I still, they're still tracked, they're still marked. But I've been taking photos of everything and then posting it at the end of the day to keep me kind of accountable and to show the way I'm eating to get the results that I'm getting. Sometimes it's really hard to wrap your head around what you should be eating to lose weight, and everybody's system is different, but if seeing the kind of portions that I'm ingesting and the kinds of foods that I'm eating, if that helps anybody out there get a new idea that makes it easier for them to stick to sort of a more healthy diet, then that's fantastic. I've had a little bit of feedback on that, and that's great. I'm doing it mostly for my accountability and to, I want to improve my food photography. It is awful. I just cannot take a picture of food to save my life. But going back to that, you may have seen that I had these Yasso Greek yogurt frozen novelty bars. I found them at the grocery store last week, and they were really interesting looking. The nutritional, the macros didn't look too awful. And I'll show you here what, let's see if I can get this here. It's the Yasso frozen Greek yogurt bars. There's 4 of them in a box. This has been broken down for the recycling, but it is per 1 bar. Now this is the mint chocolate chip version. So it matches my shirt. Brings out the green in my eyes. 100 calories per bar. 1.5 grams of fat. All of them are saturated, so sorry. Let's see, cholesterol is only 5 milligrams, sodium 60 milligrams, total carbs 15 grams, 1 gram of dietary fiber, and 13 grams of sugar. But the kicker is that this is made from like real Greek yogurt with, cultures and all of that, and it's got 6 grams of protein in it. So I really track my macros. I try to keep a ratio of 35% protein, 40% carbs, and 25% fat. But that's kind of a guideline to keep me in the right place. And these are a nice little treat that I can have and get a little bit of protein, so it doesn't totally throw off the carb values. And it's made with all like natural sweeteners. There's no artificial sweeteners. I'm going to read off the ingredients here. It's got non-fat milk, Greek yogurt, sugar, milk protein concentrate, maltodextrin. Contains less than 2% of cocoa, Dutch processed cocoa, coconut oil, butter oil, soy lecithin, natural flavor, turmeric and vegetable juice, guar gum, locust bean gum, and cornstarch. It is gluten-free for those of you who have sensitivities. It contains milk and soy, and it is processed in a facility that uses tree nuts and peanuts for those interested. I will include a link to the Yasso website. I went to the grocery store today, and they were out of this flavor, which is my favorite. And I didn't really want to get any of the other flavors. Some of them are a little bit higher in calorie value, and they had like sea salt caramel, and that sounds awesome. They also had like a peanut butter cup version, and all these sound really good, but I like to just like have a favorite and pick a favorite and not get too wound up about it. But yeah, it's 6 grams protein made with RBST-free milk, no artificial sweeteners, only 100 calories, low in fat, and gluten-free. And so, did I mention they're delicious? Because they're delicious. And I was kind of sad that there weren't any, but it just gives me the opportunity to practice, not having as much sweets as I did. And I think it worked in my favor. I wasn't feeling as hungry as I had been the previous week. Everything's moving along, so yeah, that's been going pretty good. I think that's it for this week. So do me a favor, keep your fingers crossed for me. I hope to hear something about this position, and I hope that it's that, hey, we really like you, come work for us. And that'll be a whole other thing. And in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy these last few training appointments and, keep my head in the game with the weight loss thing. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I think I'm up to 44 subscribers, which is awesome. I remember when I had like 3 and 27 and 44. So can we get to 50? Do you have any friends that you think can subscribe? Do you have any extra channels that you want to subscribe under? Anyway, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you can like this video, if you do like this video, like it. If you don't like this video, hit the thumbs down button. That's also interesting. I think I have had one dislike on my videos, and I know as people get, more and more viewers, they're more inclined to get thumbs down, and I'm actually surprised I haven't gotten more thumbs down. Well, maybe not. I'm very likable, right? I'm not too annoying. My videos are kind of long, but this one's like, 23 minutes? Yeah. It's like a sitcom, though. And I only kind of put them up once a week, so, if you want to watch, that's awesome. If you've watched this far, you get a gold star. I'm very happy with you. So share it. It can be shared on Facebook and Twitter and all that fun stuff. And leave a comment. If you found any kind of nifty kind of things like this, in this kind of vein at your local grocery store or specialty market, draw me a line. And check out my Instagram. I have this new series, as I had mentioned before. I'm doing What I Ate series every day, where at the end of the day I am posting sort of a photo collage of everything I've eaten that day. And on my blog posts, I set up blog posts as well, and I put in like almost all the macros that are in it. So I list out the calories and the fat, carbs, protein, sugar when possible, dietary fiber, things like that. So I put it all out there, and I'm tracking in MyFitnessPal, and that's all a good time. So I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I will check in with you next week or the next time something exciting happens. So until next time, take care.